Hi, everyone. This is Jeff Clark of the Paydirt Prospector here in beautiful Vancouver for the Metals Investor Forum. I had a great panel of companies today, and one of them here is Brian Miller, the CEO of Astra Exploration. So, Brian, thanks for joining me again on a great panel.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Jeff.
That was a very good presentation. I really liked it a lot that you did today. It really zeroed in on the story here of what's happening and what can happen further down the road. But before we get into that, tell me about the team that's behind this company, because that's one reason I invested originally after grilling you a lot, but was the people that were behind this company and really believe in it. So talk about the team and that first.
Yeah, there's several people involved. And like I said, it's one of the most compelling parts of this is that several people on the team have either been directly responsible for or directly involved in several discoveries and even major discoveries of the type that we're looking for. So they've got the geological expertise and in the jurisdictions that we're looking. So, and they've seen these things from discovery through to production. So they have foresight that I think is very important in the early stages of exploration. You're looking at this through the lens of, can this be a mine? You can have some splashy grades, you can have good results, but can it be a mine?
Right.
Darcy Marood, one of our directors, led one of the teams that discovered El Peñon. Charles Funk, Heliostar, he was with Vizsla Silver when they discovered Napoleon at Panuco. He was VPX. And then Diego, our head of exploration, has discovered the Penguino deposit in Santa Cruz, and he's a foremost expert on the Deseado Massif. So that's just on the technical side, but on the business side too, we have those important people involved in the connections with Roberto and Mahesh. It really is a spectacular team for the task at hand.
It really is. It's such a strong team, and that's, of course, one thing you always look for if you're probably going to invest in a stock. So very well put together team. So congratulations on that. So you're drilling down there in Argentina. You've found some gold. You found some seams and veins and all that. You're drilling more. Tell us where the project stands now versus what you're planning to do here over the next 6 months or whatever the drill season is.
Yeah, no, we found some gold. We also found some really high grade silver too. It's a gold silver project, about 70% gold, 30% silver. But there again, we had one vein hit that was 70% silver and some very high grades. So we put those drill results out in June, and then we had about a 3-month window that we were going to pause through the winter down there just because we had camp established remotely. It made more sense not to be having the crews commute every day 50 kilometers. So we'll be starting the drills up in probably less than 2 weeks. It's looking like, not to put too fine a point on it, but October 8th is looking like a fairly firm date.
Great.
We're really excited to get back on the ground. We've got funding for at least 25 to 3,500 meters. We had some fantastic results from the first drill program, and we've got some terrific targets that we think we can move the needle with in this market.
That's great. So, and how deep is that drill program going to be going? Is this shallow? Is it deep? Is it both?
It'll be, for this project, deep, if you will, but that's, this has only been shallowly drilled. A lot of the intersections that we're getting are 100 meters beneath surface. So it's very shallow. The deepest hole that we've drilled was 240 meters beneath surface. So there will be a combination of deeper drilling. Those main veins that were previously thought to have been faulted off do indeed extend under the volcanics. We proved that with the first program. So we will be stepping out along strike at depth, so that 250 to call it 300 meter level along strike. But then there's also discovery of several new veins right at surface. So it'll be a combination of both.
Wow, that's great. That's exciting. Now, walk us through what's coming here. You have a drill program. Are you hoping to do a resource then? Does it depend on drill results? Are you going to go right into the next phase 2 program, perhaps? Tell us what the next year looks like for Astra.
Yeah, this upcoming program, right now, there is a small resource on there, but that's not where our focus is. The biggest value add here is going to be for us to demonstrate that there is size and scalability potential here.
Love it.
So we're looking to step out. There is one area where the drilling has all taken place, but there are several regional targets that have never been really looked at that I think could be the game changers. So if you start stepping out on those regional targets and having hit, this is a whole new story. That's what really opens us up to a multi-million ounce district scale play.
Wow.
So,
but no resource next year. That's not really your goal, it sounds like. Is that right?
No, that's not. And the short answer is, well, it depends.
Yeah, you're right.
Because there are some incentives for us to publish a resource at some point based on the option agreement that we have. Because our partner, Patagonia Gold, their interest is carried until we publish a resource of 1 million or more gold equivalent ounces.
Okay.
And then after that, their interest becomes participating.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some incentive there. However, having said that, if we continue to step out and you start adding several hundreds of meters of strike and parallel veins, and you're demonstrating scalability, that's where the marginal value add is going to be. Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Tell us about your cash level, the share structure of the company. Give us a little bit of the financials.
I would put our capital structure up, and literally, I mean this, not hyperbole, against any one of our peer groups.
Wow.
We've got about a 20% float. Between management and a small group of select investors, there's about 80% ownership. So management owns about 15%. Michael Gentile is our largest shareholder. And then you've got other big names in there who work together with Michael in that same network. Peter DeMooney, Simon Marcotte, Victor Cantori. So some really big names.
Strong hands. They're not going to sell the stock anytime.
Exactly. Sticky shareholders. So we're in a fantastic position as far as that goes. My philosophy on this is that there's a time and a place to increase the public float when you're designing the share structure like we have. And that depends on company activity and market interest. And both of those things have improved dramatically here for Astra in the last several months.
They really have.
So we will look to increase liquidity. Having said that, we're fortunately in a very good position where we can vet investors. We've had a lot of inbound interest in this story. So we're looking for the highest quality shareholders that share our long-term vision, that have worked with Michael and myself and other people on stuff like this. So we're in a great position.
I love that you can vet investors. Not every company can do that. You're in a very strong position. I love that. And that'll be more sticky shareholders that you're adding to the till here.
That's the hope. And I think I'd have probably given a kidney at this time last year for those meetings. So.
You don't have to now.
I don't have to now. No, it's so we've got in the treasury right now about $1.5 million. We've got close to $750,000 in warrants that are deep in the money that are held within that tight network. And we also signed a contract with the drilling company whereby we can scale the drill program without stopping. So we've got a minimum committed to, and we can scale that. So we believe that we can produce drill results prior to financing, and we've got some really high quality targets for follow-up.
That's exciting. So just real quick in closing, the stock has had quite a fun run. I'm a shareholder. I know you own a lot of shares. But what would you say to an investor who doesn't own the stock yet, but likes the story, but should they buy at this level? What would you say to someone who's interested and is looking at a stock chart of Astra?
Yeah, no, great point. Because you look at a stock chart of Astra, and if I was looking at this from the outside in, I look at a chart like that and go, I don't know if I want to buy that.
Yeah,
because you're buying at the all-time high. Having said that, I would point to the way that the market has changed. A lot of time, momentum right now can be huge. And so we haven't seen a market like this for a long time.
Yes.
And, like I put a pretty fine point on it. We gave Diego just over $1 million for a drill program, and he converted that into over $60 million in market cap. And we are just getting started with the story. That was a very modest drill program, and I think that we're going to look to get a lot more aggressive and active here in the next 12 months.
Just getting started. That's probably a good way to put Astra Exploration. So thanks for watching, everybody. And Brian, thanks for joining me here at the Metals Investor Forum.
Thank you, Jeff.